Alright, and welcome guys, we're on Circus Maximus on a FFA game. Right now starting with the blue allies player. His name is Kolik. What kind of a name is this? On the right side we have Red Empire Yasumi Scene, and following with the Yellow Empire player, this is Fana23. And then we have blue allies players Babidi, and lastly on the left side we have the green Soviet players Rolandi. So some of the players are completely unbeknown to me. They may be using a Smurf or some alternative account, but I know at least Rolandi and the Fana, they know how to play. But from the looks of it, almost all of our players know how to play. So this is good because on some FFA games, for example, there may be some the weakest links, and then they will be picked. Never mind. So we found, I think we have spotted the first guy to fall. What is this guy doing, by the way? Anyway, we're going to see some quick encounter with the red and yellow Empire players meeting with each other for contesting the oil derrick and some ground on the top of the hill. On Circus Maximus, these hilltops are very critical, especially on any sections of the game. Be it early game, mid game, or the late game. You have to have the sight and control over the hilltop so you can have the sight of the sea. Speaking of the sea, we see the Fana is starting with 3 refiners, quite a bold way to start. Meanwhile, the red Yasumi scene goes with the 2. But okay, exception goes for the Rolandi. Almost everyone goes for the 1 oil derrick. Babidi gets the 2 of them. Okay, this guy is a quite how unfortunate you can be. The first to get a wrong refinery placement, and then your collector gets bugged. So 2 javelins are quickly moving for the Soviets. I think Rolandi is interested in doing a Tesla push to the Allies, but there's nothing over. Okay, Crusher Crane is blocking the movement, but these garrisons will help Allies for a great for a great time. This collector already received half of the HP as a damage, and this Dojo Core quickly deployed over here. Some attempt has been done to snipe this refinery, but too slow, and this wall has been placed. So the Fana cannot actually place its own wall over here to block it entirely. And the threat has been neutralized, and this collector can go back to work. The problem is, the Fana has deployed its own mecha bay and also getting a new refinery. This is very terrible. This mecha bay, if it can't survive, this will put Yasumi scene on a very back spot of the game. This MCV is now coming for 8, maybe for crush. But okay, at least it deployed itself, but it's very low HP. Fana can actually suicide 3 or 4 Tengus to stop, at least destroy this mecha bay, so the red will not unable to have any kind of mecha bay and armor units. But is this the best solution? Because right now for example, you have many opponents, and declaring a war on this guy quickly is not really the best option for you on an FFA. This Tengu has been crushed, but there are still 3 Tengus, and this mecha bay cannot survive. Insult to injury, blue decided to wage war on the red as well. He tried to repair the mecha bay, but he was too slow. And that's how he gets himself ejected from the game. Red has been eliminated from the game. So let's see what's going to happen. This place is now completely empty. So either blue. I'm very careless today. I can't even tell who's going to do or what color is it properly. Anyway, either yellow or the blue is going to get this area. Meanwhile, if blue takes this area, it's going to be quite unfair for the yellow, because after all, he did all if he could to remove the red from the game. But on the other hand, our man Babidi is like, he's expanding. That's for sure. He is now sitting on, I guess, 4 refinery. He's seeking to get the 5th refinery, maybe after going for the 6th as well. Also, the midsection is often disregarded for a quick refiner placement because the Allies MCV is just huge. This guy's just pumping prospectors and going everywhere to make some quick bucks. The almost same can be said for the Kukolik as well. The problem is he has only 3 refineries. Meanwhile, the green, I believe the Soviet, with the crane start, he should have the most refiners by far. He has the easiest way to do so. I mean, you can easily just move your MCV over there to get yours. Your 5th refinery. After all, you're now sitting on 4. But guess not, he is intended to wage a war on the orange. And this Natasha is now doing really practically nothing over gassing this building. I think he wants to snipe some buildings or... Okay, Prospector gets sniped. How often you would see that? Now multi-gunner turret has been removed. Some engineer going for the observation post. Nice move for the Koldik. And this is the... I guess we have entered the phase where one player is going to just spam an army, and meanwhile other remaining players will fight each other. Rolandi is now seeking for more expansion and refiners for the early game, which is actually nice. And well, how often you will see this? This man actually stole the prospect. No, no way. Okay, this guy is actually know how to monetize an entire war. This guy knows how the war economy goes. Imagine you run an economy by having a Natasha and sniping your enemy vehicles one by one and getting them piloted with a conscript. And then carry them with a twin blade, get a crusher crane, and boom, boost your economy. This engineer got his own fair share for trying to steal a relentless observation post. At this point, Koldik has nothing but infantry. I mean, not that bad, but you can actually take down all of this army by sending 10 bears, maybe. And also, he's a bit encumbered in his base, like not so much on expansion. Look at the orange, look at the yellow. Yellow is also steadily expanding to this site. And I guess he has some healthy number of Tengus. At least maybe 10. Rolandi's not playing the correct game for us. All of these javelins are being picked one by one. Okay, triple shot already. Quadruple shot only. Okay, some mental gymnastics are happening here. I mean, even though if you try to do this guy can eject the Natasha, so your peacekeeper can't trade it. And this is some mad range. What is this? I mean, oh, no, that's not nice. Okay, most of the bombs are actually being dodged by entering the garrison. That's nice. Twin Blades are now trying to find some opening. This engineer is going to suicide. Yep. And that's a bit overkill. I guess he has hospital, yes. My man wants to play with the Natasha and gets hospital for that, but this Natasha is now bugged. Can't get them lifted off. Still bugged. Struggle is real. Okay, he just says, screw it. Okay, this is a massive army. Quickly, the orange has actually mobilized its economy and built an army, and this is a big hit squad for anti-air and ground as well. There are some 3 Mirage tanks and 2 Eternas, so many javelins. And the problem is, Rolandi does not have, there's also Delta Airstrike. But this Kirov made contact with the refinery, picks on immediately. From the looks of it, Yellow is going to play some SimCity. Meanwhile, either Kukolik or the Babidi is now scouting him. MCV is under threat, but not for long. Some mental gymnastics. Terror drone stuns one of the Tenet cannon, but the Aegis shield is deployed by the other one. This Natasha can actually be very useful for sniping all of these javelins here one by one, but now she's exposed. Dogs are coming. Oh boy, this is going to be terrible. Now Twin Blades arrive for the rescue of the Natasha, and she's still safe and alive, which is nice. Some nice microplays happening here as well, by the way. I mean, this Terror drone can actually actively stop the 3 Mirage tanks. Now Bullfrogs are exposed. Top hill, where the infrastructure is there, is now completely abandoned. Super reactor has been targeted. Now Mirage tanks are going after. Now Apocalypse tanks have arrived. Stunning one Mirage tank. Athena cannon is going to target. Not so soon. Super reactor seems like sold off. These two Apocalypse tanks are now marching in, but this is too much of firepower. Where are the Tomb Blades? They came so late. But now Natasha is doing the best. Aegis still deployed by protecting nothing. Almost nothing. I mean, this guy is actually playing some four-dimensional chess by utilizing as much as he could with one Terror drone and the Natasha. Now, Mirage tanks are without any kind of air support. Javelins are sitting there. This Aegis Athena cannon is doing nothing over there. Let's pick off. Still no contact or anything by the yellow. And the problem is, I think he's now swimming in cash, but he's still one mecha bay. One Mirage tank is now dangerously empty. I mean, maybe you can station Natasha there, so Javelin cannot enter and pilot the vehicle. Send a one conscript and that's all you need. I think one of the Blue Force may be carrying an infantry. There it is. The question is he going to crash it? Or is this Mirage tank is going to join the ranks of the Soviet armed forces? Oh no, wait. He is going to crash. No. Man, this is a Mirage tank. You can use it actually. No, it goes for the base defense, I guess. More Kuros joining the fight, but I mean, you could actually take down the refinery. Why you are trying to be greedy and go for the construction yard? Okay, 3 Mirage tanks exposing themselves, but also I want to know what's the future of this Mirage tank with weapon. Okay, some attempts on crashing moves are done, but Mirage tanks are effectively being dealt with. Now, the only remaining defense force of this allied base is anti-air. Multi-gunner IF. Oh, okay, so we see some assault destroyers making a surprise visit, and Yellow opens his hands, reveals his game. Super weapon, I am rich, I have the most of the map, and I have King Ernest. And meanwhile, you guys are fighting with each other. I just get my super weapon, I get my tier 3 shoguns. There they are. And why do we have tsunami tanks over here? And blue is still attacking the green. Okay, this is going to be not going well for the blue. And the question is, why would you do this? I mean, okay, so this guy is now taking the vengeance. Taking the vengeance for... oh, I can't believe this. For just peacekeepers. This cryo shot. Absolutely doing nothing. And this assault destroyer has been unpiloted. You could send an engineer maybe. So let's see. Orange fights back. Now, here's the problem. When you messed up with this guy and killing his javelins, you have to end it. Because now he's pissed off. He's angry at you. And he will, no matter what, gonna fight you back. Meanwhile, also you're attacking the other guy. The orange here. I mean, not bad, but you didn't finish them off. So now, when they get back and grow strong again, they will fight against you. And that's the problem. By the way, these 2 epochs, or 3 or 4, it doesn't really matter, can actually run over this base. Because this guy has absolutely nothing. And all the multi-gunner turrets are now multi-gunner IFEs, of course, firing on the Natasha, but now they direct their attention to the Apocalypse. There is no cryocopter here, there's nothing over here, no Mirage tank, only Athenas. Artillery defense is only the option, but they can't hold on, Where is the spy? Why are you getting on the javelins? MCV is now ejecting and going back, meanwhile being seen by everything about here. And Yellow also starts to take the piss on the Rolandi as well. I guess he expects him to be the strongest position between these 3 remaining players. And Natasha... okay. No. Well, that was actually a quick move, but nice. But now this entire base of Babidi is at the mercy of the Rolandi. Now, I think the next guy will be probably the blue. So, I mean, playing the game is something else, but playing the strategy is something else. Yellow finished the guy, took his spot, takes so many refineries, huge infrastructure, and now Rolande has to deal with the remaining almost everything in the map. No way. Okay, this Mirage tank is going to clear this Assault Destroyer. But I think Assault Destroyer is going to handle. Okay. Okay, Tengu's decided to go back. I think he knows that he's been under attack by the blue, so he doesn't want to intervene. I mean, this is how you win the games. I mean, surely, for example, Rolandi plays some nice cry, get it? Plays some very nice demonstration of skills of using one Terror Drone and one Natasha and 1-2 Kiro to entirely decimate the base of the Babidi. That's something else. But right now, Blue is pissed off and he wants to take the fight to you. And now he knows that, for example, the Yellow is in the strongest position right now. He doesn't care. He just, I don't care. I don't mind. You took my handful of infantry, and guess what? I'm going to. I mean, you are going to pay for this. I mean, speaking of paying for something, this aircraft carrier, this Dolphin. Ooh, that was quick. Natasha got killed very quickly, and that's the worst time for Natasha. Oh, so many bears. The roars go very effective. And now these Apocalypse try a shot at this stage of the battle. This guy is just now doing almost everything to deal the maximum damage he could to the Rolandi. I mean, Kukolik is... Oh, okay, Kukolik is arriving. That's a relief force, and they can handle them. Now, Terror Drones... that's terrible. But this Dolphin actually... I mean, being blue and green... Now, Terror Drone taking down 2 Dolphins. These two hydrofoils at least are actually trying to stop these Akula subs, but they're not being very effective at least. And more Terror Drones are actually arriving. That's some very heavy damage. This Terror Drone, instead of effective, you can actually just stun them aircraft carriers so they will be unarmed and they can't do anything. One aircraft carrier is down. Okay, Shoguns are on the move, and that's the good thing because Babidi had inbound EMP missile. I mean, not bad. 4 of the Shoguns have been targeted, and now these Shoguns are completely unarmed. These tsunami tanks, I mean, come on, where are your cruisers? Where are the Naginata cruisers? And you used Emperor's Rage on tsunami tanks. They will lose a 1-to-1 fight. Okay, that's something. Aircraft carrier EMP missile exploded on mid-flight just because aircraft carrier has been destroyed. But here's the thing, it worked! And also, my man, there are so many ships are now stunned. All of these units are now stunned. Ooh. I was like, I don't have time for this micro game, so here is the super weapon for you. But here's the thing, I think this is the last naval unit that Babidi has. I mean, at least he had to use a silent decimator on the Babidi. I mean, you could also use on the Rolandi as well. But okay, so I guess Babidi is ejecting himself from the game. He's sold off his buildings, yes. Babidi has been defeated, so there are only 2 forces left against this mayhem of the Yellow Empire Fana 23. The blue Kukolik. Oh my man, you know me that you're playing against this fat empire and making so many Apollos. Meanwhile, this guy is not joking. He doesn't go for the Tengus. He's going for strikers and the Kingonis. He doesn't care. He just clicked on the mecha bay, pressed on the ship button, and then clicking on... Oh, okay, so they have arrived. The navy of the Empire has arrived, and things are not very green. I mean, there are so many Tengus, and unfortunately, there is no one single MiG Rolande has. He relied on bullfrogs, but bullfrogs are nowhere to be seen. And well, at least the naval threat has been addressed at one point, but there is nothing. There is nothing that these Kingonis can stop them. I mean, technically speaking, you would need something else, like Terror Drone maybe, or a very lucky Tesla Trooper. So many PPU and lasers are now being fired up. This Apocalypse tank is just pressing on the reverse and going back as far as it could. These bullfrogs are taking some free shots on the Tengus. I mean, luckily, these Kingonis were actually affected by the Emperor's Rage. Oof, and Duel has been finished. Anyway, so they couldn't catch. But here's a... Oh, that's terrible, that's terrible. Oh, Tasha is now... okay, she's in the bullfrog, ejected safely, but this Mirage tank can actually kill all of the Tengus here one by one. I mean, this is a perfect lining. But I wonder who is going to outrange who. I mean, Mirage tank or Kingoni, or do they have the same attack range? I don't know. But this is going to be terrible. Okay. Mirage tank is still taking some okay, Natasha has been taken down, but still, Mirage tank can still kill so many Tengus out there. And that's what he does. He tries to deal as much as damage to all of these menacing Empire units, but I mean, that's the best value you can get. I wonder how many... I wonder how much money does... I mean, they are rich. They're very rich. I mean, you may have some Kiros, that is nice, but I mean, come on, this guy made at least like 20 fabs. I mean, Kiro bombs are landing down, but not so much avail. And since this guy has so many Tengus, I mean, bullfrogs are trying their best, but come on, I mean, these are walking machines of death. What are you going to do? There's some... Okay, we get to see some mix. That's nice. I wonder you had them for 10 minutes before. Meanwhile, Kukolik is doing absolutely nothing. I mean, this is the first tier 3 land unit. Okay, I guess there are so many Mirage tanks, by the way. But, again, I mean, he doesn't care. He says, okay, Green is being turned down and he's being shredded. I don't care. I mean, it's fair game. He attacked me. Now he's getting what he deserved. But somehow... the first wave of the... Oh, this is too much. Okay, bullfrogs have arrived. That's at least nice, but all of these VXs can actually be taken down with these bullfrogs. This Apocalypse tank can actually kill all of the units here, but instead he decided to pull them. If these... Uh-oh, no, that's not good. These bullfrogs are going to write a history. They can kill all of them. Just go back, and that will be all you need. Because these VXs normally cannot catch a bullfrog in a normal run. And right now, it's even worse because they are now slower. They have attack speed, but they're slower. They can destroy all of the buildings in here, but you're going to lose all of your army and perhaps never to rise again, I would like to say. But, I mean, he had like 20k? Yeah, he has 20k.
Of the Shogun has arrived.
So, I mean, that was a nice move. Or maybe some bad move. This guy really hates this guy. Now we have Sea Wings. Taking flight. Try to handle these. Like these veterans. These veteran bullfrogs are not joking. Okay, so what is actually happening here? Okay, Shoguns are actually firing everything they have. My man just Q-moved into this is really a Q-move. This is all in a smooth to the Rolande. I mean, come to your senses, this guy is already dead. His MCV is down. This is the only means of the production he has, the naval yard. Okay, he has MCV, that's something. But again, this is a bit overkill. And again you are losing all of your VXs. And now you're losing your Sea Wings. And now you're losing your Tengus. And your Tsunami tanks. Wow, this guy. Man, this is I mean, can you explain me what is an overkill? That is an overkill. And thanks to this ore refinery, this is unbelievable. And Coca-Cola can actually win this game because yellow. I mean, Fana has used everything, everything he had for what? For taking down the Rolandi. And Rolandi is not pacified. He has no means of production. Can't get anything. But still he has 4 bullfrogs. One is 2-star ranks, but anyway, still good to go. These Tomb Blades soon to be star rank as well because okay, this refinery is still alive. And somehow Kokolik is actually tearing down the buildings of the Fana by just riptides. I mean, do whatever you want to do, but do not. Oh, these poor bullfrogs. Still, there are some terrible amounts of the shoguns. Now they are going back. But somehow, my man is still on the game with just barely with 1 refinery. He wants to build the collector, by the way. Like, what's going to happen? What are you going to do with the collector? I mean, surely you can repair your building, but you have so much money enough for that. And now we are going to see some fighting back. And this is a real deal fighting back, by the way. I think the Fana, before leaving this game, want to deal as much as economy damage to the Fana. I'm sorry, Rolandi wants to deal as much as economy damage to the Fana before leaving this game because he knows that he is ejected from the game. There's nothing he could do. And he's lucky because now he has to address. This guy has... I mean, Kukolik has some very interesting protocol power path. And this is quite a late game, by the way. So you're supposed to have at least Cryogeddon. So I wonder what shenanigans he gets. Now, these 4 units have turned them itself, 5 units by the way, sorry, into a hit squad, which is nice. As long as he's not sending everything on... Oh, okay, so VX arrived only to die. I mean, now this is a good moment to retreat perhaps, or take the units one by one, because there's nothing Fana has actually... Fat, very fat, so just run away. I wonder if this is going to have any kind of impact. I mean, he's spending his money for something else, but... I mean, at least it does his best. In a mere couple of minutes, he actually took down so many collectors. And that's something. This Striker VX... okay, just continue on taking down the collectors, if you ask me. Ooh. That's the wrong way to go. That's the wrong way to go. Just the back. By the way, is this real? I mean, how come Tomb Blades deal... I mean, 3 Tomb Blades and dealing incredible damage to this Shogun. Half HP. And this is some high level... Ooh. Okay, this is some... Okay, this is a nice land army. But I don't think this can stand against Kingonis. And speaking behalf of the Kingonis, this guy does not go any kind of cryocopters. And Rolandi, I guess, removed? No, he still has 1 refinery. Imagine that you endured so many things. You fought with Orange, then you repelled the Blue's navy. And also you handled, let's say, all armies of the Yellow Empire. And then Blue is going to be the one who has eliminated you. That would suck. But that's how this game is actually meant to be played. I mean, when you're going to attack someone, ensure that you're going to defeat that player. Because otherwise, I mean, imagine this. Oh, okay, these VXs are going to take it too late now. Not fast, too slow. Imagine that you're the player playing the game. Hydrofoils. I mean, this man is now under threat of everything. These 2 Tomb Blades are very on low HP. Okay, we're going to see... okay, value Chrono Rift, perhaps. That's a terrible retreat move, by the way. I mean, you have Mirage tanks. At least fight with them, right? Just go, hit, and go back. Hit, and go back. Hit, and... from the looks of it, I mean, he doesn't want to do that. Anyway, green is still being pesky to this yellow. I mean, try to deal as much as economy damage. And also, meanwhile, on the way... No, that's a... No. Oh, no, that's a terrible... That's... Bad mistake. Just stay away from the hydrophils. I mean, they are nothing like VXs. From being the rich to become the poor in mere seconds. Yellow is now cannot... I think he cannot replenish his own collectors. Yes. From 20k to 0. At least the Kukolik is on the same position as well, but... at least this time, instead of blindly using Q, he's using QA. I don't know if it's going to be... If it's going to be good for him. I mean, you have Shoguns. That's nice, but... Also some friendly fire damage. Anyway, you also need some Yaris. I mean, tier 1 units usually are very good on their own terms. And still taking down refineries. Anyway, so imagine you're the player. You're playing an FFA team game, doesn't really matter. And some guy attacks you and deals you a lot of damage. So you will probably think about, okay, I mean, I'm going to avenge myself. I will pay him back. He bothered me so much, so just you wait. And I will handle you. And that's what is actually happening in this game. This tsunami tank somehow got his own stripes, and being as much as annoying he could be, not for long. Anyway, these aircraft carriers are being tailed. Any EMP missiles? Not yet. We don't see any EMP missiles on the way. And this Shogun gained his own stars, meanwhile fighting against this navy of the Empire allies. Green is still... this man at least still cooking on something, and that's nice. I wonder if they know he has the last building over there. The good thing is, maybe on minimap we don't see this, by the way. Now, Fana doesn't know, but the problem is Kukoldik knows it. So Kukoldik is actually holding Relandi on a leash. He's like, I mean, whenever you're going to be annoying to me, I'll just go and finish you off. So that doesn't really matter for me. And no, don't tell me that you lost to Blade. Okay, you didn't lose it. Okay, don't go. That doesn't really worth it. Okay, IFVs are being infected. That's going to be 4 IFVs dying to 1 single terror drone. Let's go back. Doesn't really worth it. I mean, these are the only units that you can control in the game. The only issue is, I mean, yellow lost all of his Tengus, by the way. Blue still has his own Apollos and some IFVs stationed on the sections of the map. So he wants to give the same treatment to the blue, but I think lights are going to be out very soon for our man Roland. I mean, I support this guy. I wish this guy has won this game, but he's playing against the incredible odds. I guess he wants to draw some focus fire against each player, but seems like it's not going to work. They agreed that Relandi must go, and Relandi is going to go. Actually, this terror drone could infect us, but maybe also you can use them to stop these Kingonis. I mean, eventually they will find their way and find your last building, but... And also, here's the thing. Sonic Decimator is still on, so even though if you destroy this... Ooh. Okay, so Polos have arrived, witnessing the death of Rolandi. I can easily say, in this game, I support Rolandi. I mean, the man fought so hard. He picked some wrong time to make some enemies, but he did his best. Right now, the war is between between Kukoldik and Fana 23. So Fana 23 is going to lose his base. But Apollos are safe, so that shouldn't be a bit of a problem. And that is his own. Yes, that's his MCV. Now going down and Seaport facing against the Shogun Shogun battleship. That is veteran rank. And balloon bomb is also being used. I think this will pacify Kukolding entirely. Yes, I guess so. This will be pacify him entirely. He can't. He will lose. Yes, he lost his production. So there's nothing left. I think Fana wins the game. At this point, Kukoldik is, I think, panicking. Uh, Apollo's sending to the base, I guess, but why? What's the point? Why would you do this? There should be a good reason, right? Or maybe you also look at this. I mean, this looks like a deer. Maybe the head is a bit twisted and lacerated into half. But anyway, Apollos are now scouting to see how fat the Fana was, and he didn't really contribute anything but the downfall himself. He could have played a strategy. He could have he couldn't employ a nice strategy to win this game because Fana did. He didn't fight with anyone, by the way. He only just attacked the guy he's closest to him. The red, what was his name? Yasumi Scene. He defeated him, take his spot, expand as much as he could, then carry out so many refineries out there in the map, accrued so many gold, so only to spend on a later game. I mean, where the people are going to fight with each other. At this point, Rolandi was maybe the rabbit dog. He attacked people, but didn't finish them off. That's the only problem, by the way. If only Rolandi just picked his opponents one by one, that would be much better. If, for example, imagine he entirely eradicates Babidi, and then maybe moving to Kukolik, this game could be a little bit different, on maybe at least the side of the Rolandi. But right now, unfortunately, he couldn't, because he didn't finish them off. Anyway, GG for all players, congrats on the Fana, and GG.